Hello, our first practical is to perform swapping, that is to exchange the content of two variables using the concept called call by reference in C++. Let's just understand the basic concept of swapping. In case of swapping, we are given two numbers. Say number A is 10 and number B is 50, and our goal is to interchange the value of A with the value of B. So in this case we want to swap the value 10 by the value 50, and now the value of A become 50 and the value of second number would become 10 instead of 50. This is the concept of swapping. It can be performed using two ways in C++, and the first concept is the call by value, and second concept is called call by reference. In case of call by value, the value of the variable or number, only value get passed, and whereas in case of call by reference, which is our today practical, the addresses of the variables get passed. And this call by reference mechanism is very much powerful because it make use of pointers, and if we change any value by going to its address, it will be changed permanently. So this call by reference, this swapping is permanent in nature, and call by value, this is the temporary concept, because in case of call by value the copy of the value is passed, whereas in case of call by reference the actual address where that value is stored is passed, and its result are permanent in nature. And this is the diagram. Say a first concept is the pass by value, and here we are having a variable who's holding a integer value 5 and having an hexadecimal address 61FF0C. So in case of pass by value, only 5 will be passed, and below is the concept of pass by reference. Here the hexadecimal address will be passed 61FF0C. This address will be passed, and using the concept of pointer, we will perform the swapping operation by going to this address. So these were the basic concept of performing swapping using call by value and call by reference. Next, just jump to the practical, and here it is. I have opened the Dev C++ integrated development environment, and I am creating a new source file. Just give it a name. I'm saving it on desktop, writing its name as swap.cpp. First is the header file. The C++ header file for basic input output is input output stream, and it's a member of namespace std class, so I using namespace standard library, and this is our main function. Its return type is integer, so I said return 0, and say I am having here two numbers, int a equal to 5 and int b equal to 15. So I want to perform a swapping. Just display the message practical number 1. This is the practical number 1. I just copy, and here it is. And for new line I just type end line, and once again program to exchange the content of variable using call by reference. This is it. And see out. Before swapping, I want to displace the values, and see out a equals to value of a, and new line. Similarly, value of v I want to print out before swapping is value. And let's just compile and run the program. This is the output, and you can see the value of a here is 5 here 2, and 15 as well. So before swapping, these values are 5 and 15. Now using call by reference mechanism, I want a's value to be 15 and v's value to be 5. So let's perform it. To perform swapping, I just create a function called swap, and is taking two values using pointer int star number 1 first pointer, and is the second pointer. Pointer is the concept of C programming. So for call by reference, we need to manipulate addresses, and this can be done using pointers. So what I did here, I just call this function swap, and for number 1 and 2 I just pass the addresses, address of A and address of B, and I again want to display a message after swapping. What are the values? I just create another line, and see address of A and address of B. This address would be passed to the function called swap, and here I will perform swapping. For swapping, I need another temporary variable, and I just say hold temporary variable the value of number 1, and number 1 value would become value of number 2, and the number 2 value would be the value of number 1, which was previously assigned in temp. So it's all done. Let's see. Just compile and run. You can see value of A before was 5 and now it's 15. Swapping is performed. B as well. And one more thing I want to just program is all completed, and personally I want to see the addresses as well. So addresses, generally these are hexadecimal addresses. So let's see just what are the addresses. See out addresses, and I just type another empty line here, and see out address of A, see out end line, see out address of B. Just compile and run. Missing semicolon. And you can see these are the addresses, just some formatting is required. End line, and A address is this, and address of B, is this. Now once again compile and let's see. I just change this font size to some bigger fonts, and now you can see the address of A hexadecimal is 6FFEG, 6FF0C and address of B is 6FFE0C. So here in swapping function, the address of A, this value get passed, and the address of B, this another hexadecimal address, this value is get passed, and here the dereferencing operator, which is star, is used to dereference the value, and at this address the value is 5, so the 5 get copied to temporary variable, and number 1, new value for number 1 get assigned, and similarly new value for number 2 get assigned, and swapping is performed. These are the addresses. These were used in call by reference mechanism, and these were the pointers. So recording is almost 11 minutes, and that's what our today program. If you have any queries, let me know, and back to presentation. That's all. Let me know if you have any doubts, and have a good day.